Let's talk about some lemonade pound cake today.
Lemon pound cake.
Oh, lemon pound cake.
Is it lemon pound cake?
I got it.
It's lemon pound cake,
Okay,
yeah.
whatever.
Okay.
I was recently obsessed because I came across Afroman winning his trial. And I had not known about it, had not been on my radar. But Mike, you, of course, had paid much better attention to current affairs.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's music affairs, so it always kind of rolls across my social media feeds. And I remember when it happened, because it was all in the media, where they had busted into his house. One of them had given the finger to the cameras. You know, Afroman had released a lot of that video to the media almost immediately. So there were stills and video of it right away. But as with so many other stories these days, that just kind of disappeared into the ether after whatever else crazy happened the next day. So I hadn't heard anything about it and hadn't really been paying attention to the media soon. And you said that you wanted to talk about this. So I went back and looked at the court case and the video, with some of the videos that I had not seen.
There are some of them that were a little bit more offensive than
It's a little
lemon pancakes.
I got to say, they picked the wrong guy to mess with, man.
Oh my God.
He's got some tenacity.
Well, who knew about who Afroman was before this happened?
I mean, I know him from that song.
Okay. But he has had a very long storied career.
Yeah.
They had asked him, like, on the witness stand, how many days did you tour the year before? And he's like, I don't know. I don't keep track. I don't know. 250. Like, he's a guy that's just always playing
He's a working
music.
musician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not known maybe in the mainstream, but known in his community and has a loyal following.
He's got that hit, When I Got High or whatever, was a pretty big underground hit. So.
Okay, well, there.
Yeah.
Well, and so he, I don't think he was at home. His family, wife and children were home.
Yeah.
And they busted down the door looking for drugs and money.
And kidnapping victims.
Oh, and kidnapping. And what did they find?
None of that.
They found nothing.
They found his family.
But they found the security cameras, and what did they do to those?
They turned him off, right?
Yeah, they turned
after having been seen breaking in.
They did not knock on the door.
No.
They
knocked the door down entirely, get off the hinges.
Apparently, he asked them to put it back up as they were leaving, and they
didn't do it.
They didn't do it. They ransacked the house, and did they apologize?
No.
They just left. And
and they took money. You forgot.
Oh, the money.
They took money. They took a lot of money.
From one of his gigs, he had gotten...
Yeah, he had gotten paid recently, and I can't remember specifically,
like $5,000.
but it was a lot of money. And when they returned the money to him eventually, it took forever.
Yeah.
It was missing $400, according to him.
But then they said that they just miscounted it.
Of course. That happened to me one time when I was on tour, and I had to deposit some money at the bank, and the teller took the money away from me and walked away and counted it, and then came back and said that it wasn't the amount that I had given them. Mm. She got fired.
Yeah. Well, they probably had that on camera.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyway, Afroman, first of all, his name is Afroman. So, that should have been a warning sign to the police. Secondly, he's a creative. He's a musician who can write his own songs and lyrics.
And produce his own music.
And he did. And so the lemon pound cake was because his mother had made it. Or grandmother.
Are we sure? Like, I think it was his grandmother's recipe.
Yeah, it was their recipe.
It was their recipe. I'm not sure if they had actually made it.
Okay, so maybe it's just made in the family. There's a big, huge thing of the lemon pound cake there. And why is that the focus of anything?
Well, because one of the sheriff's officers came through and looked down at it while he was on video. That's pretty much all it was, is he glanced down at the pound cake as he was walking by. But Afroman took advantage of that and made an entire song pretty much just making fun of the cops. And that's not the only one. I mean, he's made several songs.
Oh, yeah. There was some profanity
He's
in
made
there.
a lot of songs where he's calling out multiple different sheriff's officers and their treatment of him and his family. And they don't like it.
Oh, they didn't like it so much that they. Okay, Mo, we'll let you talk now. What did they do?
Well, thanks for letting me talk. Well,
Thanks for that history, Mike.
Well,
Yeah.
the burly cop that was looking at the lemon cake. I mean,
The burly cop.
the way he walks in, you got to see the video, and he glances at it.
But his eyes did kind of like.
Oh, no, yeah, they
and
look-
his
he
eyes
takes a
lit up.
solid look for a second.
And then what's really funny is the music video just keeps going back to him doing this.
Yeah, the music video like stutter replays him looking at it.
Doing
in-
it over and over.
Yeah,
the way he
in
just keeps
sync to
looking
the
at it.
music.
And I'm just like, oh my God. Well, they sued him.
Yeah, the cops sued him.
The cops
Yeah.
sued him because they say that he defamed them, invasion of privacy, because what he did was he took the videos and he mocked
Yes, he
them.
mocked all the cops.
in creating music videos. And so really what the lawsuit was about was an invasion of privacy lawsuit, but also his First Amendment rights.
Okay.
Well, so
that's what it
that's
was
so let's
about,
let's
yeah.
go from the police side. What saying that they were defamed? Why would they be defamed by this?
It wasn't really defamed. It was invasion of privacy, false light. So basically, what they're saying is that we have an expectation of privacy.
we the
When
police.
Yeah, when we go into your home to not be video recorded.
So they were
and
saying-
that you can't take the video and cut it up and make fun of us.
So they're saying because is this because they were in a private residence that they couldn't
Yes,
be filmed?
they couldn't be filmed.
Do they have is that even a
No.
thing? Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't sound
That's
real to me.
ridiculous.
But
That
I mean,
sounds
it
like
made it
absurdity.
to trial. Like the guy must have tried. The attorney must have brought a motion for summary judgment.
I don't know what the attorney did, but the trial was the best because the lemon cake cop, the burly one, he's on the stand, and the lawyer keeps showing him the video, and he's walking by the lemon cake and he's looking at it, and he's just like, and he just keeps pausing when he's looking at the cake.
Okay, but I mean, you're
I
laughing.
can't help like
Okay.
This is the
I'm just seeing in my
It's so
head
funny.
that little bug-eyed look that he had
Yeah.
frozen on the screen.
Okay,
but on the stand he looks devastated.
Okay,
like,
you guys,
oh my God,
you are mocking this poor guy. You got to be honest and tell everybody like the damages he suffered.
Well, I mean,
Go
Remember
ahead.
what happened to him at work? What kept arriving in the mail?
Oh well, I know he got a lot of pound cake.
Hundreds of them.
Got a lot of lemon pound cake. And you know what?
Oh my God.
I
Some
think
significant mental
I didn't
distress.
know that.
I didn't
Hundreds
realize
of
how
pancakes.
damaging that is.
Wait.
Was it because he was going to gain weight?
I would imagine I'm imagining because they couldn't eat it,
Yeah, exactly.
and he wanted to eat it,
He wanted to eat it all,
and they
he
just kept
couldn't.
arriving,
It
and
was
they
too
had to
much.
keep throwing it away
Oh my God.
because they could have been tampered with.
No, I loved that one when I heard
didn't
that.
know. They sent him lemon cake?
Yes, that
Oh,
was
yeah,
part of
no,
his
tons of
damages.
people
He
were
was
sued.
very upset about this.
Yeah.
It was causing him distress.
Well, he also called. He called some other people some stuff too.
Okay, well, let's talk about a few of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my second most favorite story is the defense called one witness, only one. So trial's going on, and the defense calls a single witness because the plaintiff called Afroman.
Mm-hmm.
The plaintiff here were the cops.
Yeah.
This is a total twist around. Normally the cops are getting sued. No. For the first time, one of the first times ever, the cops are suing this guy.
Yeah.
And so the guy, his lawyer, calls one witness in his support. Who knows who that witness was?
I didn't see that. I didn't see who it was.
Oh, well,
Come on.
let me tell you, because you got to go watch that testimony.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
The ex-wife of one of the cops.
Oh God.
And here's why.
Why?
Here's why.
Oh my goodness.
Because the guy said that this film destroyed his marriage.
Ooh,
Oh.
that's a good. That's a
So-
good reason to
Damages
call her
woman.
then.
So they called her and they said, "Had you ever seen this before?"
And what did she say?
She said, "No." They said, "Have you ever talked to your, now ex-husband about this before?" She said, "No." And then the lawyer went farther. he said, have you ever heard of Cardi B or these other rappers whose names I can't remember because Cardi B, like, I'm only going to remember that one. And yes, and what are people's reactions? Yes, and is everything that they say true? And her answer was, oh no, you don't take the words always literally. And that was their witness. First of all, it was a lie to say that he suffered any mental distress or his marriage broke up because of this video. And secondly, even she knew that this is just creative license. Like he's literally made a diss video. Where does the First Amendment come into this?
Where does the First Amendment? I mean, it's obvious. It's his
Artistic
ability
expression.
It's he can take videos in his home that he records and use them as he pleases. You proceed at your own risk. I mean, unless there's
Well, it's not even just that. Like, saying that his marriage was ruined by the videos. Sorry, that doesn't matter. We all have the right to write whatever we want, to say whatever we want. It doesn't matter if I say something bad about you.
Yeah.
Unless I'm proven to actually be trying to do that with malicious intent of some sort, you can't stop me from doing that.
Yeah, so there was an old case that really tested this, was the evangelical preacher who was being mocked there was a magazine publisher who there was a movie made about this. Larry Flint.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I was going to say.
Right, and he was writing
People versus
really,
Larry Flint.
really offensive stuff about the preacher, about him doing things to his mom. In an outhouse.
So, incest.
And so went to the
That was
Supreme Court.
Billy Graham, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was the other guy.
Oral Roberts?
No, the other guy.
God, I'm getting a moment.
Yeah, it was the other guy.
That's
One of
more
those
than I
guys.
can remember.
But eventually went to Supreme Court. Supreme Court's like, yeah, no, joking, mockery, this is all protected speech. Like, this is historically protected speech. So that's sort of the protection is that, like, I think the case would have been different if he had recorded him and his wife in their home without their permission.
Oh, yeah. No.
Right?
Totally.
You understand? So it's not the recording. It's that they walked into his house and he had a surveillance system and he took what they did in his house.
Yes.
And he made a music video out of it.
Well, this guy took the images of the people and superimposed them in other situations.
He did.
So he was crude and offensive. He called one of them a pedophile, and one of the female cops, or he didn't call her.
He implied that she was lesbian, right? Or something like that.
I don't know that that's insulting. What was insulting was that he
What
had
she
her
was-
basically in a porno.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
So he was, but while I'm talking, one of you guys look up the lyrics for the Lemon song, because, let's show the quality here of the art. Now, the art, I have to admit, it's a combination of the videos, of which he had a field day with, because he had all their images from breaking into his house like that, and then his music. But by suing him, his videos, which had like 2,000 or 3,000 views, now they're like at 3 or 4 million. His whole career just exploded.
Well, now
because of
he's
this.
selling out places too, because everyone wants to come and see him play that song.
So when I was seeing when he testified in court, he was wearing this red, white, and blue suit that was just all American flags, like probably 50 flags on that suit. And in addition, he had a 6-inch afro, combed out, and was wearing sunglasses. So I talked to one of my friends that's a judge, and I said, now, if he showed up in your courtroom, would you let him testify with those glasses on? And she was on the floor dying of laughter and said, absolutely, I would let him testify. Because I'm thinking, like, wouldn't they make you take off your sunglasses? Because you could not see him. But she was dying, because it's part of the whole persona.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I'm going to get the lyrics.
Man, you are the slowest lyric finding person.
No, I got it. Okay,
I wish we could put the video on.
Okay.
But if you haven't, just look up the Lemon Pound Cake song.
The Adams County Sheriff kicked down my door.
Wait, you got to do it in a rapper voice.
I can't.
And it's kind of rapper boogie.
The Adams County
funky.
Sheriff kicked down my door. Then I heard the glass break. They found no kidnapping victims, just some lemon pound cake. Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff want to put down his gun and cut him a slice. Lemon pound cake. He want to put down his Glock. Lemon pound cake trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake. He's a family guy. Lemon pound cake got the munchies because he got high. Lemon pound cake. Pound cake.
Okay.
This is good.
So no more. But and if you watch the video, of course, then he is the star. He being the deputy or is the star of that video.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's the best.
I mean, this is funny. This is great.
So what are the lessons that people have learned from this?
If you're a police officer and you're going to be entering somebody's home, you're on notice that you might be recorded. So don't look at lemon pound cake in a way this guy did.
I have a question, because we all know that the single most important factor in changing the tide in terms of police excessive force cases has been the advent of cell phones, cameras.
Yeah.
Okay. If a police officer breaks into your house or comes into your house or ICE or anyone, do they have the right to turn off your surveillance cameras?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
and
but they
why?
have to have justification that for purposes of not letting their security protocol be disclosed, like how they execute the search, the type of things they do. I have seen them do that, and that's the reasoning they give. And our position is that you just.
So once again, that's a bullshit excuse so that they can do something
Thank
illegal.
you very much.
Well, I'm just telling you that that's the reasoning they
Like,
give.
that's their illegal reasoning.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, technically, you can't tamper with evidence, right? So, like, if they see it's recording, what they cannot do is take what's recorded and do anything with that. What they can do is turn it off and then say, hey, I turned it off because I didn't want to be recorded doing
Illegal shit.
secret stuff. Eating the cake.
And now,
Looking
like,
into
Breaking
how would they-
laws.
How would they even know? Because nowadays people have so many devices.
They
all
can't
over
turn
the
off
place.
most of them. Most of that stuff goes to the cloud these
And
days.
it's wireless. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't even Alexa, some of the versions
Well,
record you? And
I mean, the door ring,
yeah.
the ring camera.
Well, that's exterior though.
Yeah, but those are capturing a lot of warrantless entries.
Yeah.
Officers kicking down doors, they don't see the ring cameras.
Yeah.
They just sort of kick down the door and now they're
Okay,
caught.
so
Yeah.
second question. So the officer comes in and kicks down your door, wrecks your home.
It wasn't just
leaves.
one. It was a whole bunch of them.
Well, officers.
Yeah.
Do they not have to repair your door?
Well, no, but they have to pay for it if it is found that their conduct is
Yeah, if it's
unlawful.
found that they weren't actually where they were supposed to be or what
I don't
doing what they
understand.
weren't supposed to do.
There was nothing. There were no kidnapping victims. There was only cash from his gig, and there was no drugs.
Yeah.
So that was, even if it had a warrant, it was a false. There was nothing there.
Oh.
Do they not have to pay for the door to be put back together?
That's a separate question. So once they get a warrant, then they are allowed to use the force that's necessary to execute the warrant. So it depends on the warrant. If the warrant says you can go into the home even if no one's there, even after you knock and announce yourself, at that point the warrant gives you permission to break a door. And then if you damage the door, then if that's reasonable to open the door, sure. But if you go in and you start destroying like the television and stuff, now that's in excess of the warrant.
See, I just think that if the warrant, if you go in and you have the warrant, this is what I think that the law should be. I'm just going to tell you.
Okay.
If you break the guy's door and there was nothing, you need to fix the guy's door.
So that's kind of a result-oriented approach, and the whole purpose of the warrant is that
Mike, do you agree with my approach?
Yes, I've
Thank
always
you.
agreed that that the cops have way too much leniency and that kind of stuff.
I mean that's just
It
the
just
rules
doesn't
of
seem
it.
right.
I mean, it doesn't seem right, but that's just the rules. If they
And
have
I'm in-
if they have cause to come into the house, a judge has signed a warrant. Yeah.
Did they really have cause though? They didn't. It was
I don't
bullshit.
I didn't see the warrant in this case.
I don't.
You go, Mike.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
I mean,
the judge was wrong. He should be thrown out too.
That's
This is
crazy.
a whole bullshit system.
I'm surprised he didn't go after the judge. I think
I that's what I want to know. I need to go look now because I would have been suing everybody in that line.
No, the judge. Okay.
I don't care. It would be
All
my
right, but
life's purpose to
here's
chase
our-
those people
okay,
down.
in all fairness, he does like drugs because if you look at his video,
Yeah, he smokes a lot of weed,
he's
but it's
got
legal now.
Dad, he got the weed. Yeah, it is legal.
But
I don't understand why
I
they
do
went
want to
after
explain why you can't sue the judge because the judge
He's got immunity.
he's got immunity.
I know they have immunity.
but for good reason. Because
Doesn't matter, though.
He only signs the warrant based on the information that the cop gives him.
True.
So
And
he
the
still
cop
made a
has to
mistake.
but that's the way the system works, Mike. Because the cop has to swear under oath that what I say, Judge, there's a crime, there's kidnapping, there's whatever. So really, it's the cop you go after. You don't go after the judge. The judge has to sign the warrant. If a police officer signs it and says there's evidence of a crime, he can't second guess the cop.
Then those guys that signed it, that got the judge to do it, should be fired and not allowed to be cops
Okay,
anymore.
that's-
The judge then should also be thinking about what he did wrong because that's a mistake. That's a broken system. If you say, hey, they could just go and lie to the judge and then the judge could do this and they can then go break down our doors and,
Disturb our pancake.
try to take our pound cake.
Pound
Yeah.
cake.
I mean, it's just
Like,
that's
come
not
on.
that's not the way this world should be.
I suspect, though I don't know, at least I know in my cases where I've had warrants tossed because cops lied to a judge, I've had the judge realize it afterwards and second guess subsequent warrants from the same department and scrutinize them more. But the judge won't know unless you bring the case and you challenge and you bring it to the judge's attention. Otherwise, they're not going to know. But yes, at least in King County, they do that. They do that.
All right. Well, this whole trial only took 3 days.
Yeah, I know.
I love everything about it.
Quick trials. Quick and dirty.
Afroman, I'm your new biggest fan.
Here's my other question. Do you think that he got targeted in that more so because of his public persona?
Well, we haven't seen. We never saw. We like you said. We got to do some work here now.
Yeah.
I
Let's
wanna
go
see
find that warrant.
Let's go find the warrant.
Yeah, I think we need to do a little bit more research on this.
Yeah.
We'll do a part
because
2 on Afroman.
It's pretty interesting
Very
for
interesting.
me.
All right.
Okay.
I love that.